Hi everyone, Morgan and Kid Rogue here. She's already learning to drive. She's only 2. She's gonna be driving us around in no time, right? Okay, so today's video I wanted to talk about how do you prep without a vehicle? And I know this is kind of like a weird question, but let me explain. There are a lot of people without cars, and in this prepper community we talk a lot about prepping, with our vehicles, our car kits, and bugging out with our vehicles and all that. So what do you do if you don't have a vehicle? I think that there's a lot of advantages for people that are without a vehicle and some disadvantages, but let's talk about some of the advantages. You can use something like a bicycle. A bike with like a trailer or like a pull along in the back, plus those bags that go on it. I mean, you can really pimp out a bicycle. Fantastic. Okay. You could also, just have just a wagon. Like if you just want to walk and then just pull a wagon behind you. Keep in mind with those pull wagons, you're constantly holding with one hand, except if you were to tie something on the handle of those wagons and then tie it around your waist, and then you could kind of pull it like that, and there's lots of ways to be mobile. Rollerblades are good, I mean, wait, do people rollerblade anymore? I don't know. I'm totally out of that scene. My child's not old enough for that anyway. I didn't even get my license until I was 21. Before then, I rode my bike and I bussed everywhere, to work, home, if I wanted to go to the mall, everywhere. And, there are a lot of advantages doing this. You see a whole new side of your city, and you get to take routes that, cars don't get to take. Now, if you do take the bus on a regular basis, you're really going to rely on your everyday carry. That's going to be kind of like your get home everyday carry bag, which I'm going to be doing an updated video of that here shortly, next few days, this week. So you're going to be relying on that EDC get home bag, something that you're going to have on you at all times. So your everyday carry is going to be a lot more extensive, I think. So because if something were to happen while you're away from home or something, let's say the buses stop working, or you have to get off the bus in order to walk home because there's a traffic jam or whatever the case may be, you have all that stuff just automatically with you, which is kind of nice, I think. Now, you could also look into those little scooters, in which some places you do have to have a motorcycle license depending on the cc's of the little scooter. Like I had a little 55cc Honda Ruckus or something, I had to get my motorcycle license, but anything lower than that or whatever, you don't have to get your motorcycle license. You can have this little scooter around, great on gas. You could also have an electric bike, instead of just a regular bike, an electric bike, that could help you a lot as well. Again, just any ways that can help you be mobile, carry some stuff with you, if you had to leave your home, or, just generally carrying stuff with you. Now, when it comes to a family and, preparing without a vehicle, that could get tricky, but there are lots of families that, bus it and, are on bikes and all this kind of stuff. A vehicle does make family transportation a lot easier, but there's a lot of people in situations that they don't have that ability. They don't have, the luxury of a car, a car, because of how expensive things are getting these days. A car sometimes is luxury, Again, it's one of those situations in which you just carry stuff with you, you're through a backpack or a sling bag or whatever it is, that you would have your necessary stuff for you and your family whenever you are out and about from the house, things like that. If you live out in the country, you could have a horse and you could travel by horse. Yeah, isn't that the dream? So while the preparedness community does talk a lot about vehicles, bug out vehicles, fortifying your vehicle, for emergency situations, if you don't have a vehicle, you can still absolutely be totally prepared. Just you have to be a little more creative about with the stuff that's on you at all times and with your transportation methods. So if you have any other thoughts and ideas, I know like a vehicle sounds like the only way ever to prep, especially when it comes to like, you know, evacuating or bugging out or whatever, but there are also, you know, possible rideshare options, you know, like with your neighbors, friends, things like that. You may want to consider, you know, talking to them and saying, hey, if there's an emergency or disaster, you know, if they live close enough or something, you know, hey, can you swing by and get me if that's possible, if it's a scenario in which you could not evacuate yourself. I know that when I didn't have a vehicle and I wasn't even a prepper at the time, I just remember always carrying everything by myself and getting creative about how to carry that stuff. And, you know, different routes to come and go from my home and work and all that. And, you know, because I just rode my bike everywhere. So for those that don't have a vehicle and you are prepping, let me know any additional thoughts or anything that you have, and let's share that in the comment below so that other people can, you know, be informed about how to prep without a vehicle, because you can absolutely be prepared even without a vehicle. I know it's shocking in this community to think like that. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.